Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Helius Medical's channel, a leading neurotech company in the medical device field for non-invasively improving lives, people dealing with neurological diseases. And to take us through some just intriguing news today, we've got Dane, the CEO, joining us as always. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, it's good to be back, Kyle.
Yeah, pleasure to get you on. And this news is kind of just in relation because some people may not know, but it's Fall Prevention Month in Canada. And I wanted you to kind of give us some ideas on how Helius is kind of helping bring awareness to this issue and what impacts PONS therapy has on people who have experienced falls.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle, for the question. Falls are an enormous economic burden to our Canadian and U.S. healthcare systems, but also caregivers. As well, falls are a frequent complication for people with neurological disorders such as traumatic brain injury, stroke, and multiple sclerosis. Because of their mobility challenges, people with neurological disorders may be at an increased risk of falls. In general, if you are able to improve your mobility, then your risk of falling can be significantly decreased. PONS therapy is authorized in Canada for 3 indications: balance and gait deficit from TBI and stroke, and also gait deficit due to MS. In the US, Helius Medical is FDA authorized with PONS therapy for gait deficit due to MS as well. The body of evidence from our clinical studies and real-world evidence in stroke, MS, and traumatic brain injury patients with gait and/or balance deficits demonstrate a consistent average gait improvement above 55% in the functional gait assessment and the dynamic gait index scores. Furthermore, PONS has shown to reduce the risk of falls in stroke patients by 28%, as opposed to just a reduction of just 1 to 3% with physical therapy alone.
Now, I appreciate this, the insights there, Dane, but can you kind of help our audience with Helius Medical's PONS therapy and neuroplasticity?
Sure, Kyle. Physical therapy alone is the current standard of care to help reduce the risk of falls in patients with neurological disorders. Physical therapy is known to provide therapeutic benefits to patients with balance and gait impairment. However, physical therapy alone is just not enough to provide long-term functional improvement. PONS therapy promotes a neuromodulation of specific areas in the brainstem and cerebral cortex and increased blood flow to the brain. When used regularly and consistently over a 14-week treatment period, the PONS system's intrinsic neuromodulation process leads to neuroplasticity that can repair the impaired motor processes or create a new brain pathways to rehabilitate or restore a patient's movement function and/or gait and balance functions. By looking at PONS therapy as the standard of care for treating balance and gait deficit following a stroke, a traumatic brain injury, and MS, Helius Medical is able to make a profound impact and help reduce the risk of falls. Fall prevention is not something we want to look at in just November, but every day.
On that note, I'll pass the question off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think in that comment section below, and consider subscribing because as news hits the wire, of course, we're going to bring it to you here. But on that, we look forward to catching you in the next one.